Series. Hello and welcome. Well, if a green creature approached me from outer space and asked me to show it a good day out, I would, without a moment's hesitation, take it unswervingly to Sydney. Gee, it's great to be back. Football back at Spotless Stadium. Accompanying me is Matthew Richardson.
Thanks, Dennis. Should be a great one today. Both these clubs will be wanting to take winning form into the season proper with a chance to play in a grand final. What more incentive do you need?
Contending today's match is Sydney and the Kangaroos. North Melbourne lifted by the noise of the crowd as they make their way onto the ground. Banners ready for the players. Umpire tosses the coin. North Melbourne winning the toss. The siren is yet to sound. They say all things come to those who wait, but I'm starting to wonder if anyone will be around to hear it. My favourite time of the day, the first bounce.
The will to win is important, but the will to prepare is vital.
Cleared by Goldstein. Hanbury gets the ball. Gibson with the interception. He's got the footy in his hands. He picked it up off the ground. The bouncing ball is controlled. Miss for behind. Point the difference. Disappointing kick there. Not much on offer for Aaliyah. Roback claims the ball. 30 metres out. Too much ambition is a bad thing to have in this pocket. Couldn't seal the deal. North Melbourne by 2 points. I would have expected him to nail that. Taken by Lloyd. Jams it on the boot. Good mark by Grampian. Sends it on its way. Heaney takes the mark. Slams it on the boot. Has he? Yes, he's paid it. Grundy slams it on the boot. Naismith got under it.
Naismith just has endless possibilities. I'm really excited to watch this kid grow. Hanbury kicks the ball. Kennedy marks it. He slams that on the boot. Good mark. Rowan taking aim.
Shot at goal by Rowan. Is it high enough, long enough, straight enough? Pick up by Williams. Umpire calls for the ball. Goldstein with the tap. Thompson made the awkward bounce look easy. He's got great hands. The ball mopped up, going for goal number 1. Jack gets the first goal of the match. Both ruckmen have their eyes on the ball. More bounce than a dodgy check. Naismith taps. The ball in the hands of Kennedy. Gives it to Franklin. He's got the head down as he charges home for goal. Off the ground. Williams right in the path of Tippett. With the ball now. The loose ball picked up by Jack. Tarrant just got cleaned up and sent back to Neverland. It's in the air. It goes through for a behind. Sydney by 5 points. That's one area of his game that does need improvement. Thompson looking for a lead. Taken by Cunningham. 30 metres from home. Going for goal number 1. If that post was a couple of centimetres thinner, he'd have been okay. The Swans can't relax too much. They're only up by 1 goal. It's not the score he was looking for.
Thompson may not be the first guy you'd follow into battle, but you're glad that he's on your team, that's for sure. Papley takes a shot. Papley has slotted it through for a six-pointer.
Ruckman awaiting the bounce. Here's the bounce. Goldstein really gets onto this one. Kennedy with the bump. Higgins there to mop it up. Handball finds Hanbury. Squeezes out a handball. Wood starts in, his shadow beside him. Where else would it be? Well, depends on the side. 20 metres out. Golden opportunity here. Going for goal number one. Look at that. He's put it through. North Melbourne can catch up from here. They're less than 2 goals down.
North Melbourne need to play on at all costs now and start getting some more running goals on the board.
Goldstein decisively. A favourable bounce. Tackle, but gets the handball off. Wow, what a nose for those loose balls. Franklin just squeezes the kick out. Off the ground. Has it now. Superb handball. Has it now.
And it will be balled up. He knocks it down. Cunnington with the ball. He boots it. He gets it under pressure. Tarrant kicks the ball. Goldstein marks it.
Bumps the big skin. Has he? Yes, he's paid it. Kicked by Kennedy. Takes that one strongly. Kicks. Hands like dinner plates. Too far out to score, surely. Franklin wastes no time and bangs it forward. 35 metres out. Going for goal number one. Chalk up a goal for the Swans. That will settle his nerves. The first goal is always welcome. Both ruckmen have their eyes on the ball. Both rucks have a fair shot at this one. Claimed by Naismith. A favourable bounce. Franklin with the ball. Kicks it. Tippett delusions of grandeur. McDonald gets a hard bump from Papley. Superb handball.
The defensive pressure has been first class from Sydney. They've ruled the tackle count, and that's causing their opponents to make mistakes. And that's why they find themselves winning. Kennedy with a point.
That's one area of his game that does need improvement.
Thompson obviously loves playing for the club. I can't imagine him being anywhere else. Mullett takes a contested mark. He slams that on the boot. He marks the ball. Sending it on its way. Heaney with the mark.
Choose to kick it. Off the ground. Tarrant gives the ball to the man on the run. Cunnington with an easy mark. Delivers the footy with a beautiful drop punt. Hansen puts it on the boot. Marks.
Rovak's really good at reading the play out on the field. He just needs to start doing it faster. That's a mark. Wade kicks the ball. He gets it under pressure. He boots it. He claims the ball.
35 metres out. Rovak thumps the ball for goal. Chalk up a goal for North Melbourne. North Melbourne, no need to worry just yet. You can feel the intensity build as both ruckmen prepare for the bounce. Goldstein with the tap. That'll be a free for a push. Thumps the pigskin. He's no oil painting, but look at him climbing the pack like a pop-up toaster. He gets a buff.
Cunnington with the kick. Hansen claims the ball. Hansen has a kick. It's in the air. Misses further behind.
That's one area of his game that does need improvement. Kicked by Lloyd. Nice contested mark by Rampy. That had some power behind it. Goldstein claims it. Kicks. Good mark by Cunnington.
Cunnington really wears his heart on his sleeve. He kicks the ball. Rovak claims the ball. A goal here will even the scores. We're all tied up.
Ruckman awaiting the bounce. Bounce goes the ball. Naismith taps it, takes control of the bouncing ball. Tarrant finds his man on the move. There'll be a ball up in the centre square. Goldstein with the mighty fist. Waite gets the ball. Grundy comes away with the ball. Hits the running man. Jams it on the boot now. McVeigh marks.
McVeigh's got good knowledge of the game and he can see the events unfolding in front of him, but he just needs to react a little faster. He kicks the ball. Cunnington takes the mark. Sending it on its way. Good mark. He boots it. Naismith marks it.
Jams it on the boot now. Zeeble gets the upper hand. Jams it on the boot. Has he? Yes, he's paid it. Goldstein with the kick. Great mark under pressure.
Waite is very loyal, but it's not that hard when you're doing what you love. McVeigh drops it. The ball bounced to the advantage of the opposition. Mills gets possession. Hansen hand passes the ball.
Grabs it and takes off. Look at him go. And you have to say, that is magnificent. He's kicked his fourth. The ruckman, conscious of where their teammates are, they wait for the bounce. Naismith taps it. The bouncing ball is controlled. Tarrant comes away with the ball. Hits the running man. Rowan comes in to level the scores. He really should have made more of that. The Swans is down by less than a kick. He'll be disappointed with that effort.
Thompson is a great kick, and if he can maintain that accuracy under pressure, he'll elevate to the elite category. Rowan boots it. Jack with the spill. McDonald grabs the ball on the bounce. Zeeble onto the ball. McMillan gets the ball. It's been cut off. Hand passes to the running man. Hanbury has given away a free kick.
He spears the ball. Hanbury claims it. Chip kick along the wing. Jack got under it.
Jack really wears his heart on his sleeve. Rowan with beautiful hands above the head. He really is a great target to kick to. Tippett heading in now. Papley has a kick. Papley puts it through. The Swans, with that never say die attitude, have taken the lead back.
The ruckmen giving each other the ice-cold killer stare-downs as they wait for the bounce. Jack taken high, and he'll get the free kick. Stabs the ball. Hands like dinner plates. Good drop punt by Franklin. The mark is taken by Parker. The siren sounds, and that's the end of the opening term. The score's Sydney 28 to North Melbourne 27.
The Swans will be happy with the early scoreboard pressure they are applying to the Kangaroos. They are setting the standard out there, and it will be interesting to see how North Melbourne can come back after the break.
Let's go to Richo now and take a look at the stats.
The Swans and the Kangaroos are very level on the possession count, which reflects the evenness of this contest. Marks are fairly close on the scoreboard, with Sydney on 27 and the Kangaroos on 24.
The second quarter begins.
Set your goals high and don't stop till you get there.
Goldstein punches it. Grundy with the football. Has it now. Ball up in the centre square. Goldstein with the first touch. McMillan controls. Hanbury feeds it wide. Great mark. Heaney sends the ball on its way.
Hanbury is one of the cleanest marks of the football in the game. Rowan kicks it. Zeeble with the mark. He boots it. He grabs it. McMillan puts his boot on it. He takes a strong mark. Goldstein slams the ball to his boot. Kennedy really forced to earn that mark.
Bumps the pigskin. Solid as a rock, and he comes away with a lovely contested mark. Naismith controls. He gets another possession. Marked by Franklin. A risky proposition from here. He'll need a big kick to make the goals. Goal from a long way out by Franklin. That will settle his nerves. The first goal is always welcome. Both ruckmen have their eyes on the ball. Look at that bounce. Goldstein got a fist on it. He's got the football now. He grabs it on the run. He gets a kick out of the pack. Hansen taking aim. Slams it on the boot. Waite takes the mark. Going for goal number 1. Takes control of the bouncing ball. Aaliyah handballs short. That's a piercing kick from Smith. Trims the grass with that one. Marked by Rampy. Rampy sends one up towards the wing. Takes it well. Not a pretty drop punt, but it gets away okay.
Kennedy loves to take a screamer, and I think the coach won't mind him having a crack. But as he gets better and better, he'll provide real X factor for his team. Tarrant with the mark. He boots it. The mark will be paid. Sending it on its way. He claims the ball.
Choose to kick it. Higgins with the mark. Sends the Sharon on its way. Good mark by Cunnington.
He slams that on the boot. Dumont marks the ball.
Sends the Sharon on its way. Almost a touch of synchronized swimming about that mark, minus the peg. Heads up the corridor. Roback has a great set of hands. Fantastic mark. 45 metres out. He's looking to add another. Goal to North Melbourne. Roback getting goal number 5.
The Kangaroos have just been poor at reading the ball off the packs. They need to get back to basics and try and generate some forward run and carry.
Punched by Goldstein. Ziebel with a perfect drop punt. Strong mark. A routine, strictly speaking, is not a routine if you have to think about it. Roback will have earned his paycheck if he converts this one. And the mark will be paid. Kicks. Cunnington wins the marking contest. Kicks. Higgins wins the marking contest.
Higgins needs to do a little bit more work on his jumping. He can get some good height, but it's the timing that's not quite there. He takes a strong mark. Good hand skills there. He boots it. Parker misses the ball. Higgins gives away the free. Pushing the back. Jack handballs it. Ziebel being penalised there.
Good drop punt by McVeigh. Nice mark there. 50 metres from home, and he's kicking on a 30-degree angle. This could prove difficult for him. He can't close the deal, and it's a point. Sydney by 2 points. It's not the score he was looking for. He opts to play on with the ball. Puts boot to ball. Solid as a rock, and he comes away with a lovely contested mark.
McVeigh, he's one of the cleanest marks of the football in the game. Lining it up with the goal now. He boots it. He wins the contested mark. Cunningham getting some power behind that one. Papley taking aim.
He's getting accustomed to kicking goals. The Swans by 8 points. You can feel the intensity build as both ruckmen prepare for the bounce. Hit by Goldstein. He picks up the loose ball. The ball spills to Grundy. McVeigh hand passes the ball to the runner going past. Perspiring like a pudding in a pot as he lines this shot up. Takes that one strongly.
Even though North Melbourne are behind on the scoreboard, I think they'd be proud of their dominance in the marking contests, and so they should be. Kennedy gets the upper hand. Puts boot to ball. Hanbury with the mark. He boots it. He takes a strong mark.
45 metres out. Cunningham going for number 2. Score for the Swans. Sydney in front.
Cunningham is really good at reading the play out on the field. He just needs to start doing it faster.
More bounce than a dodgy check. Goldstein punches it. Grundy gathers.
Hanbury sometimes finds himself in trouble trying to twist and turn out of traffic, but he's got the capability to be a silky performer. It's disappointing for a team when they have such a dominant ruckman who can direct his hit-outs to teammates, yet his teammates butcher the ball moving forward. North Melbourne need to start capitalising on his superiority. Puts boot to ball. It's a mark.
Jack kicks. Simply outplayed the opposition there. 50 metres out. Kicked by Franklin. He's no oil painting, but look at him climbing the pack like a pop-up toaster. Athlete puts it on the boot, stuck the mitts out and held on to it.
Even though North Melbourne were behind on the scoreboard, I think they'd be proud of their dominance in the marking contests, and so they should be. He lays off the pass, puts boot to ball. Cunningham running in about to kick. The goal for the Swans. The Swans lead.
A brief moment of serenity before the ball is bounced and the ruckman unleash. Goldstein hits it. He takes control of the loose ball, collected by Kennedy. She's running hot, Richo.
Yes, super work from him in this match, Dennis.
Is in his possession. Almost a touch of synchronised swimming about that mark. Minus the peg. A mark by Kennedy. Choose to kick it. Nice mark there. That kick has covered a very long distance. Yet his eye on the ball all the way and took the mark well. Almost a touch of synchronised swimming about that mark. Minus the peg.
Zeeble is a decent mark, although he really needs to work on his marking contests because he just isn't making an impression there. Jack puts his boot on it. Hanbury with good strong hands. He gets boot to the ball. Parker with beautiful hands above the head. He really is a great target to kick to.
Cunningham boots it. Marks. Franklin getting into position for the kick. Franklin with a kick at goal. I can't believe it carried the distance. That's a great goal. A second goal in the bag. They increase their lead. The ruckmen steal themselves before the bounce. Goldstein with the tap. Grundy sticks out his hands and collects the ball. Dumont grabs that one. Works it across the ground. A good mark under the circumstances. Wood on the borderline of his range. Wood shoots. All eyes are watching. I can't believe it carried the distance. That's a great goal. Gets his first. The Kangaroos are in some real trouble here. The umpire set to bounce to restart the game. Tippett without a touch. The clearance by Goldstein. Hanbury gets the ball. Hanbury feeds it wide. Rowan has it. Boots it. Nice mark there.
Jack can achieve anything he sets his mind to. The sky is the limit for this guy. Gee, a long kick there. Franklin with the mark.
Franklin hammers the ball for goal. He's outside the 50, kicks, and it's through for 9 points. The Swans with a healthy gap on the scoreboard, leading North Melbourne 68-39. And that goal is right off the top shelf for him. Both ruckmen have their eyes on the ball. The ball has been bounced. Goldstein taps. The ball spills to Grundy. Hanbury onto the ball. He seems to have the ball on a string, Richo.
He has been outstanding all match, Den.
Gibson gets the ball, gains possession. A lot of possessions for him. Jams it on the boot. As cool as a prize marrow as he lines up for this shot. Too far out to score, surely. Franklin looking for another goal here. Goes wide for a behind. The Swans by 5 goals. Disappointing kick there. He keeps his cool under pressure and kicks the ball out. The Kangaroos trailing by 30. They have a lot to think about after the first half.
The Swans are playing well, but even if they are on the right track, they'll get run over if they just sit there in the second half. So they need to go into the rooms at half-time and sit and look at ways that they can improve.
Let's have a look at the stats.
The Swans have 83 kicks on the board.
The third term is underway.
Make sure your worst enemy doesn't live between your own 2 ears.
Waite plays the tackle and the ball comes loose. Rampy, I've got no idea how he managed to get that out. Cunnington takes the mark. Jams it on the boot. Oh, you can really tell he loves taking a contested mark. That drop punt works well for Gibson.
North Melbourne have taken plenty of marks, but they haven't converted enough into goals. That's why they find themselves trailing. Rovac kicks for goal. Straight into the woodwork. I reckon he's a little bit unlucky there. North Melbourne trail.
He'll be disappointed with that effort. Aaliyah kicks to himself. Choose to kick it. McVeigh controls it. Gives it to the running man with the quick hands. The spilled ball is collected. He seems to have the ball on a string, Richard.
He is using the ball superbly, Dennis.
He collects the loose ball. Gains possession. Finding the running player. And he's heading for home. Has clearly been shopping at Clangers or Us. He's got the football now. Naismith with a big bump to Goldstein. Kennedy sends one up towards the wing. A good mark under the circumstances.
Sydney good dominating in the air and the scoreboard reflects it. Franklin kicks the ball. Great hands. Puts boot to ball. Hanbury marks the ball. He boots it. Naismith with beautiful hands above the head. He really is a great target to kick to.
Look at the concentration on his face as he lines up for the goal. Zeeble marks. Jams it on the boot. Great grab. Higgins boots it. Has he? Yes, he's paid it.
Well, the Kangaroos haven't been able to set up many shots at goal, but I'm not sure that's the forward's fault. The ball has been coming in way too slow. You can't expect your forward to kick a winning total that way. Hansen puts it out of bounds on the full, and the ball goes out of bounds. He boots it. Good mark.
Aaliyah keeping calm, and he kicks the ball out of the 50. Works it across the ground. The contest, no match for him. Goldstein slams it on the boot. Steady hands there as he holds that one.
Higgins kicks the ball. He marks the ball.
Puts boot to ball. Cunnington over the top. He's put it out on the full. The ball goes over the boundary in the pocket. Mills kicks. McVeigh presents and takes the mark. Gets boot to leather. Great mark under pressure. Kicked by Naismith. Takes that one strongly.
Look, Sydney have managed to rack up a big number of marks. It's easy to see why they're leading this match. Goldstein kicks it. Higgins with good strong hands. He gets boot to the ball. That's a nice strong mark. He boots it. Good mark.
Smith puts it on the boot. Oh, you can really tell he loves taking a contested mark. Gibson handball short. She's running hot, Richo.
He seems to always be in the contest, Dennis.
Higgins is an absolute ball magnet. He's a long way from home, but he's a chance. A Rovac to kick on a 30-degree angle. It's certainly not the easiest of shots, that's for sure. Hanbury hands the ball straight to his opponent. What was he thinking? Zeeble runs past and gets the ball. Wood going for number 2. Chalk up a goal for North Melbourne. North Melbourne need a score here. All is in readiness. A dead straight bounce. Goldstein with the first touch.
Well, you get the feeling the Kangaroos were only half-hearted in some of those contests. Yes, North Melbourne haven't given away many free kicks, but it'd be nice to see some more aggression out there. Goldstein obviously loves playing for the club. I can't imagine him being anywhere else. McVeigh takes the mark. Franklin gets the footy. Nice accurate handballing.
The ball mopped up. He grabs it on the run. Grundy again, Richard.
Yes, he's giving 100% right now.
Athlete picks up the loose ball. Goldstein with the football. It's like he has the ball on a string. Nice interception. Naismith runs past and gets the ball. McVeigh kicks. A mark by Franklin. 45 metres out. The kick from almost straight in front of the goals. It's in the air. Goal for Franklin. Sydney leads by 29. The Ruckman, conscious of where their teammates are, they wait for the bounce. Batted down nicely by Goldstein. Tackled, but gets the handball off. Zeeble hand passes to space and hopes for the best. Kicked by Zeeble. Strong mark.
Look, the Swans have managed to rack up a big number of marks. It's easy to see why they're leading this match. He slams that on the boot. Naismith just wanted it more then. He slams that on the boot. Great hands, concentrating hard as he lines up the goal.
Cunningham looking for another goal here. The loose ball scooped up. Tarrant with the ball. It's like he has the ball on a string. He doesn't know the meaning of the word fear. In fact, it's fair to say he doesn't know the meaning of a lot of words. Pumps the pigskin. Has he? Yes, he's paid it. Sends the Sharon on its way. Naismith has it. Run control to Major Tom. Nice mark there.
McMillan's got a few tricks up his sleeve, so defenders will have to be on their game. He slams that on the boot. Cunnington with the mark, sending it on its way. Plenty of space for a very easy mark. He slams that on the boot.
Dumont sends the ball on its way. Be decisive. Come on, be decisive. A wrong decision is generally less disastrous than indecision. Cunnington going for number 1. Well, that was a brave shot. Good goal. North Melbourne has still a chance, given that this season we've seen teams blow more leads than Inspector Clouseau. Good bounce. Brown hits it. A favourable bounce. Tackled by Zeeble. Cunnington kicks it out of the congestion. Wood with the mark. 50 metres out. He's on a 30-degree angle. Roback claims it. 40 metres from home. And looking to add another. He'll be happy with that. It's at 6. The Kangaroos have scored the last 2 goals. This game can still go either way. I'll put a cork in that goal. That's vintage stuff. And I bet he'll only get better with time.
Matches are often won and lost at the stoppages. North Melbourne are on top of the clearances, so clearly their weakness is linking the ball chain of movement forward. Get that right and they could get back into this contest. Hanbury with the football. McDonald gains the loose ball. Tippett picks it up. A nice contested mark.
Thompson slams it on the boot. Nice mark under pressure.
McDonald is a decent mark, although he really needs to work on his marking contests because he just isn't making an impression there. Cunningham kicks for goal. The Swans get the goal. The Swans are in front.
All is in readiness. The bounce is dead straight. Deft touch from Brown. Cunnington went straight through him. Unfortunately placed ball finds its way into the opposition's grasp. Plays it across half-back. An easy grab for Jones. And that torp has gone supernova. Good mark by Atley.
Atley can read the play really well. I think he's definitely on his way to becoming one of the best in the league. He grabs the footy. Cunnington with the kick. Rovac having no trouble taking that one.
Here he is going for goal number 7. It shaved the post just so close. Well, they've got a point, but it won't be enough to get them back into this. Disappointing kick there. Marked by Cunnington. Be decisive. Come on, be decisive. A wrong decision is generally less disastrous than indecision. 45 metres out. That's one area of his game that does need improvement. Lloyd with the mark. Jams it on the boot. Jones the better man there. Low kick. Hanbury was surrounded. He needed to mark it, and he did. Out on the full, and the ball crosses over the boundary. Zeeble kicks hard along the boundary line. A good third quarter. What do you think, Richo?
If Sydney can maintain their structures and continue playing on their terms, then this game is a foregone conclusion. So it's just about the last roll of the dice if North Melbourne intend to make any inroads to this deficit.
It's time for the final quarter.
The more difficult the victory, the greater the happiness in winning.
Jack runs past and gets the ball. Franklin gains possession. He collects the loose ball. He smashes and bashes him. Tarrant in the back. A routine, strictly speaking, is not a routine if you have to think about it. Franklin will be kicking from, as they would say, downtown. The Swans in front.
Franklin can be very consistent. He does still need to do some more work to make sure he brings his A game to every match.
The ruckmen giving each other the ice-cold killer stare-downs as they wait for the bounce. Big leap. The loose ball scooped up. Quick hands find the running player. Higgins threading the needle right there. Talking to a football doesn't do much good unless you do it while your opponent is lining up. A rowback going for number 7. Strong mark.
It's clear that the Swans could have been practicing their marks during the week. They've racked up plenty of catches, contested or not, and it's showing on the scoreboard. Hanbury marks the ball. Puts power behind that kick. Kept his composure then.
Mullet takes the mark. Jams it on the boot now. Nice work from Rampy. His kicking is unbelievable. Some people don't go that far for their holidays. Big man does nicely. Naismith with the running catch. They can't seem to maintain possession. They simply handed it over. Mullet kicks hard along the boundary line. Nice work from Hanbury.
Hanbury is one of the cleanest marks of the football in the game. Higgins receives the ball. Dumont gets it off the ground. Dishes it off to the running player. Wood with the kick. Rovat getting into position for the kick.
Rovat taking a chance at goal. Alarm bells are ringing for North Melbourne. The umpire set to bounce to restart the game. Deft touch from Goldstein. The bouncing ball is controlled. Higgins feeds it wide. Nice mark under pressure. Grundy sends one up towards the wing. Steady hands there as he holds that one. Boots it. Marked by Goldstein.
Goldstein is a freak at understanding and anticipating his opponent's actions. He slams that on the boot. Good mark. He doesn't want to take too long lining this shot up. Dumont with real good use of the body.
Sends the Sharon on its way. Wins the hard ball. Be decisive. Come on, be decisive. A wrong decision is generally less disastrous than indecision. 40 metres out. Brown to kick on a 30-degree angle. It's certainly not the easiest of shots, that's for sure. North Melbourne have scored the last 2 goals. They're having a run for the lead now.
Wood on his wrong foot isn't his preferred option, but he's still competent enough off that foot.
Sends it on its way. A mark by Jack. This will certainly test him from this distance. Tarrant feeds it wide. Atlee up. Jams it on the boot now. Gibson looking a real threat out there when he pulls in contested marks like that one. Picture perfect drop punt. Nice work from Goldstein.
Goldstein just has endless possibilities. I'm really excited to watch this kid grow. He boots it. Kept his composure then. Puts boot to ball. Higgins claims the ball. He slams that on the boot. That's a nice strong mark.
Gets boot to leather. Nice work from Jack. Kicks. Naismith up. Gets boot to leather. Wins the hard ball. A routine, strictly speaking, is not a routine if you have to think about it. Going for goal number 6. Franklin can only watch. They're like rare goal. They're super goal. 9 points. Sydney up by 4 goals. Well, that's what we've come to expect from him. Fantastic goal. The ruckmen steel themselves before the bounce. Methodically, the umpire bounces it beautifully. Gibson dishes it off to the running man. Jack kicks. Hands like dinner plates.
Even though the Kangaroos are behind on the scoreboard, I think they'd be proud of their dominance in the marking contests, and so they should be. He slams that on the boot. Parker with a strong mark.
He gives the ball a mighty roost. Stuck the mitts out and held on to it. Franklin booting it inside the 50. McDonald claims it. Kicks it. Almost a touch of synchronized swimming about that mark, minus the peg. Cunnington has a great set of hands. Fantastic mark.
Goldstein with the mark.
Sends the Sharon on its way. A great effort. Let's hope the shot at goal is as good as the delivery. Brown will need to pull something special out here. Brown shoots for goal. Having a big day going for goal number 4. He scoops the ball off the ground. And it's close to goal as the ball goes over the boundary line. Both ruckmen battling for the front spot. Tapped by Goldstein. Jack controls it. Down goes Mills. His stab kick once killed a small dog. I'm kidding. The dog was huge. 45 metres out. Brown going for number 1. Brown scores with a beautiful kick. North Melbourne are in real trouble now. The ruckmen steal themselves before the bounce. First hand's important. Tackle, but gets the handball off. Puts boot to ball. I reckon my mum could have caught that in a penny. Nice interception. Strong mark. Kicks it. Nice hands.
Atley really wears his heart on his sleeve. Zeeble marks the ball, puts boot to ball. A nice contested mark. Kennedy with the kick. McVeigh with good strong hands. Sending it on its way. He takes the contested mark. Puts boot to ball. There's no contest for that mark.
Tarrant with the kick. Goldstein looking a real threat out there when he pulls in contested marks like that one.
Goldstein is just an absolute superstar when it comes to marking. He kicks the ball. Parker takes a contested mark. He gets boot to the ball. He gets it under pressure.
The ball being picked up before it makes its target. Goldstein is a class above. I expect he'll continue to dominate Naismith. Takes control of the bouncing ball. He's got the footy in his hands. Williams' handball short. The ball mopped up. Moves it quickly by hand. Gibson gets the kick off before his poleaxe by McVeigh. Hanbury reads the mind of Cunnington. Hits the running man. Casanova would have been jealous of that pickup. Hatley kicks it behind. Sydney lead North Melbourne by 19. I would have expected him to nail that.
Thompson is a great kick, and if he can maintain that accuracy under pressure, he'll elevate to the elite category. He gets the upper hand. He boots it. Higgins with a strong mark. He boots it.
Good mark by Grundy. Grundy feeds it wide. A big run to take that mark. Kicks it across the ground. Steady hands there as he holds that one. Boots it. McMillan couldn't hang on to the ball. The ball in the hands of Papley. Goal to Sydney. Papley getting another. That's 4 so far. This lead getting bigger now. Here's the bounce. Deft touch from Naismith. Scoops up the ball. He's got the football now. The umpire to ball it up. Claimed by Goldstein.
Winning the tackle count is a key ingredient for success, but you have to win the contested ball and hit your targets first. And North Melbourne haven't been able to do this. Heaney with handball puts the head down as he runs into goal. Got the distance and the accuracy.
Ruckman awaiting the bounce. Here's the bounce. Palms it down nicely. He has the ball. Naismith with the running catch. He's able to thread a needle, and that kick comes out of the pack. 45 metres out. Strong mark. 25 metres out. Going for goal number 5. Nice work from Cunningham. A brief moment of serenity before the ball is bounced and the ruckman unleash. Goldstein knocks it down the field. Kennedy comes away with the ball. Grundy collects. He gives the ball away. He has the ball. What a great start to the football year for the Swans.
The Sydney fans are absolutely loving this victory, and I bet the Swans can expect a sharp rise in membership sales after a victory like that.
Richo. At the end of the match, the Swans over North Melbourne 115 to